Right, good afternoon. It's just 1:30 on Tuesday the 23rd of May. I've come over to Snitterfield Reservoir today, hopefully to catch some Crucians and some Tench and some Skimmers as well, but it's Crucians and Tench I really would like to catch. I was supposed to come over with the chap Dave, who I took over to Jubilee Pools the other week, but he'd spoken to somebody else who'd been in a match over here, and the match didn't fish very well, so Dave's decided to take a rain check, basically bottled out. But anyway, I've decided to come myself because I do love it over here. And today, I have got my trusty centre pin with me. I might change to that a little bit later on. But the swim I'm in, instead of fishing out in front of me, I've got a bush this side that I keep seeing fish off of, and I've got one closer in on this side. So I've decided to go with a 13-foot match rod, 4,000 class reel. I'm fishing at about 6 foot deep, excuse me, and I've got a little 2.5 BB insert crystal on there, perfect float for this sort of thing, lovely and sensitive. And then all the way down I've got a couple of number 10 droppers spaced out, one at about 6 inches above the hook and then another 6 inches above that. I'm on 3 pound main line, it's 0.13 I think, and then I'm on a 2.5 pound hook length and a size 16 hook. And today I'm going to fish two methods. I've already knocked up a bit of ground bait. This is just a bit of fish meal with some sweet ground bait in it. For those that are new to the sport, don't know anything about ground bait, just go into a tackle shop, speak to the bloke in the tackle shop or the lady in the tackle shop. They'll advise you on what's good and what you want it for. Try one of the purpose-made bags that have got on them for roach or for bream or for tench or for carp. Start like that, you can't really go wrong, and then as you get more experienced you can then chop and change a little bit and develop a liking for what you want. Anyway, so I've got a bit of ground bait which I'm going to put on one swim. I've got the trusty old sweet corn which I'm going to fish on one, and then on over the ground bait, and then on the other swim I've got pellets. So I've got some soft pellets with me, and I've got some micros and some 4mm hard pellets. So as I said, one swim in front of that bush at about 6 foot deep, and then it's a bit shallower as I come into this bush here. So they provide shelter for the fish. I've seen quite a number of fish topping in front of me, and that they seem to be well up in the water today, hence why I'm fishing on the drop. We'll make a start, we'll see how we get on. So I shan't go mad. I'm just going to put in a couple of loosely compressed sausages of ground bait out over this swim here. I want them loose so that they form a nice cloud through the water, and then they'll sit on the ledge because it's concrete bowl all the way around here, and it just slopes away from you. If I was to put a hard ball in, it would just roll down the shelf. And that'll do me. I'm going to loose feed some corn over that. And then over this swim, I'm going to put some micros and some hard 4mm, and then I'm going to fish a soft 4mm over that. If the soft 4mm doesn't work out, I'll band a hard pellet. Anyway, it's an absolutely beautiful day for it. It's very warm. I went on the match on Sunday. I won the match on Sunday. with about double the weight that everybody else had, so I was really pleased with myself, to be honest. I've won a few just of late. I had a really rubbish start to the beginning of the year, but I've got into gear just of late, so it's been a lot better. And anyway, on Sunday when we went on the match, we expected it to be really nice and warm. Didn't really take any clothing. I got a very light top with me and just a t-shirt, and it was absolutely freezing for about the first 2.5 hours. But yesterday was absolutely scorching. If I'd have been over here yesterday, I'd certainly have got sunburnt. And today's just right. There's plenty of cloud cover, so it's warm, it's humid. There's a lot of fluff blowing around, as you can see. Dandelions and things blowing around in the air. A lot of insects hatching yesterday. I haven't seen much hatching at the moment here, so I don't know if that will play a big part in how things pan out today. But I'll just keep trickling a bit of bait into both swims, but I'll start over here on the sweet corn first, I think, and then come over to the pellet afterwards. I've not really had a chance to look round and see how anybody else has been doing while I've been setting up and that, so I don't know if other people have been catching. But it's lovely here with these bushes either side of you. It gives you a sort of bit of privacy, you know. Because as I said, it is a right concrete bowl here. It's almost like a NASCAR racetrack, really. It's what it always reminds me of. When I fish the other swim, I'll perhaps move the camera around to the other side. I haven't got a lot of room for camera positions here, so I do apologise. But there's been a few big carp swimming past while I was setting up, but I don't want to catch any of those. Not geared up for that. But as I said, I've seen one or two fish. Oh, topping and put. There we go already. That was very quick. And it is, oh, little no, lost sight of it. It's fighting well, whatever it is. It's a little tench. They're growing well, the tench are, I'll give it that. There we are. I don't recommend that you bite shot with your teeth. You should really always use pliers, but I haven't got any decent ones here with me today. I've only got some shot styles. Just dribbling in 4 or 5 pieces of corn every couple of casts. I've got the float and the depth set so that if I'm too far that way, the float will actually sink. Oh, and it has again, but that's a bite. Not very big this time, I don't think. Oh, it's a lovely roach. Oh, hang on, is it? Actually, it looks like a little hide. I'm not very familiar with hide, but that looks to me like that is. I don't think there's any still water chub in here. We'll be having a look at the end anyway when I finish. This is proving nicely fast and furious. But I better remember to keep feeding that swim there with a few pellets. That's better. Only putting in, 4 or so grains of corn each time. About half a dozen to 10 pellets. Obviously I'm not putting those in as frequently, but I will do when I move over to that swim a little bit later. Lovely time of year to be out. We've got all of the hawthorn blossom out at the moment. Smells are absolutely incredible. That's better. Trying to get those little twitches that I was getting. This feels nice. Oh, here we go. One of those nice skimmers I was telling you about. That's a good size, that's a pound of anybody's money. Still spawning though, it's still rough. We've finished splatting meat. Everybody's got their own way of how they hook the corn. I hook mine, vary it to what I think's happening. So I'll hook it through the top if I want it to flutter on the way down. And then, like now, I'm actually just hooking it through a corner. Because when you try them and you drop them in a tank and you try hooking them different methods, they act differently as it goes through the water. There's one of those pond fish that was put in here a few years ago. Big koi. Sorry, I was watching that. I'd missed that bite then. Big white koi or something along those lines. I caught one on one of the videos a few years back over here after somebody had emptied the contents of their garden pond into here very kindly. There we are. I think it's another skimmer. It's not fighting that hard. I don't mind catching these over here though. It's absolutely lovely. They're nice sized fish. Oh, that one was. Until it got off. And I don't know if you saw it on the camera, but when I lost that fish, my floating that sprang back and the hook, and it actually swung and hooked me in the lip there. And that's one of the reasons why I don't use barbed hooks, because about now I'll be having to pack up and I'd have to head off to A&E to get it removed. Often the way when you lose a skimmer or a bream, things tend to go quiet for a little while. I'm not sure if they do go off and tell their mates, but things certainly do go quiet. It's nice. Draw away from those bushes, see if I can hang on to this one this time instead of losing it. It's pulling hard. I should imagine it's either a tench or a Crucian. A big white koi going past. Oh, no, I think it is just a bream. Or perhaps a hybrid. They're certainly deciding to fight. This is lovely. Hybrid. Nice chunky one and all. Let's just put a bit of weight in the net. Always got this, for a fish that fights so hard, they've always got these small tails I find the hybrids have. There we are. But he's certainly a nice chunky one. Well, it's always the way, isn't it? As soon as you turn the camera off, you catch something. And in this case, I've caught the Crucian that I was after. I'll just get it unhooked. Right. Aren't they just absolutely beautiful? Never, ever, ever get bored of catching these. Really lovely. Little upturned mouths on them where they feed up in the water sometimes. Love it. Right, let's pop it in the net. There we are. I think one's just had a skimmer of about 1.5 pounds, and one had a nice hybrid earlier as well. I've got a nice skimmer here again. Now don't ping off and hook me in the mouth this time. But as I say, there's some lovely fish. Oh. Oh, always the way, isn't it? As soon as you turn the camera off, once again, I get a decent fish. I've just popped it back on. This may well be a Crucian or a Tench. I'm hoping. No, perhaps it's not. They fight well, these fish do. There we go, might be another hybrid. It is. Actually, I'm telling a lie, it's just a hard fighting bream. I've caught a couple more skimmers, and now I've got I had another Crucian as well, and now I've got a better Tench on here. It's only about a pound. It's lively. Oh, it's just wrapped itself round. That's a shame. Oh, there we go. Oh. There we go. I think I'm going to call that the fish to end on, just in case I don't get anything else decent. Let's say it's only about a pound, pound and a half, but it'll do. Whoops. Well, I ain't had a bad few hours. It's just 4:23 now, but I'm going to head back. Let them quieten down a minute. It's just 4:23. I'm going to head back because I've got to go up the fishery and put on some permanent peg numbers. But we'll have a look. I got the best part of, I should think, an easy £15 there. The size of those fish. I said so, there's two lovely Tench, a couple of lovely Crucians and quite a few Skimmers as well, and an odd roach or two, so I'm quite happy. Anyway, once again, thank you very much for watching, and until the next time, all the best with your angling. I enjoyed that.